Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Hezzy Talks Show. I'm your host, Hezzy, and this is a new segment called Hezzy and Friends. I want to introduce my very second or first guest, depending on in which order you hear it. So, without further ado, give it up for my guest, Abster.
Yo, hello, guys. It's a privilege to be here. I'm really excited.
Are you?
I don't know, I'm nervous.
Why?
Because there's a legit mic in front of me, and I haven't podcasted in a minute, so I'm actually pretty excited.
Are you? I'm pretty nervous as well, mainly because this is new to me. So shout out to Abby for letting us use her equipment. I'm a horrible host. I said it in the first thing with my first guest. I'll say it again here. I'm a pretty bad host.
Why? He's literally here with this really cool mics and like legit, cameras and everything, and audition, and I think wow, I'm speechless. So
no, I say I'm a bad host because look, so I get to her house and she gives me water in a cup, my little water bottle, my little cup. Shout out to the pink men wear pink.
Yes.
And it's like I'm the host. I'm supposed to be doing these little things, but
you're at my house.
You're right.
So I'm hosting you because mi casa, su casa.
With the first guest, I went to his house too. So I think that's gonna be.
Is this Hezzy with Friends?
At my
mobile?
Yeah, I think so. That's
on the go.
I got a van, so I might start recording the episodes in a van.
Honestly, I think that would be dope. And guys, if he wants merch, like Hezzy Talks,
Yeah. So for you guys that don't know, Abby's actually CEO of a multiple personal business. I don't know if you want to plug any of them.
Oh my goodness.
We stand a businesswoman, yes, queen. We stand a queen.
Oh my goodness. I mean, well, I started my YouTube channel about 8 years ago. So that's youtube.com/Abster7. I do God content. So if you guys want to know about God, get inspired, go to my channel. I started my life films business, which is a photography and videography business where I capture life special moments. And that is life films, and I have merch. So
that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
I have a Facebook. By the way, guys, for any of you guys that are interested in following her, we're gonna have all the links in the description down below, so you can go ahead and follow her on all of her social medias, guys. We're here to help each other grow. For those of you that don't know, how long have we known each other now? Like 5 years?
We've been friends for about 5-6 years.
Yeah.
I knew you when you were, 13?
Yeah, 13, 14.
Like, we were both gents.
I'm
I don't want my else to say that on podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah, we were both jits.
Like, I still look like a potato, but it's fine.
No, oh my god, I look like a sack of potatoes. You look like a potato.
You're like one potato.
Don't worry, guys. 2020, we're getting fit. We're finding a wife.
Come on, I'm finding a hobby.
Yeah,
I'm
needs a husband, not a wife.
So any takers? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, guys, if you hit her DMs, guys.
Don't hit my DMs, please.
What better way to find a husband than So I was watching your podcast and I liked your guest, so I DM'd her
That would be crazy.
I wouldn't want to be a best man at that wedding.
You would probably be the best man at the wedding.
So tell us a little bit about yourself for those of you that don't know. Like what actually, in my opinion, starting a business is something that takes a lot of boldness. It takes a lot of courage to do because you're betting on yourself.
Yeah.
So what kind of made you want to take that step and say, you know what, I want to bet on myself. I
think it came to a point that I was just used to being the underdog. I don't know if you can relate, but it was just everybody was just so used to doing a specific 9 to 5. I work at 9 to 5, but basically it was a class at church that our pastor, our apostle had, and basically he prayed over us and he goes, oh, God's gonna give you a bunch of creative ideas. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, so he gave me life films, he gave me Purity Movement collection, which is my merchandise. He told me that you would travel. He told me that everything, because I guess everything I would do is to glorify God. So I guess betting on myself is, I don't know, I never really thought of it that way because I always did it with God.
Right.
And I started my ASMR, but I started off my YouTube channel just as a hobby.
Right.
Just, being like, oh, I really love making videos. I really love God, and I'm getting inspired by all these positive people. But then God told me, he goes, you can inspire people too.
Right.
So I guess going back to the business aspect, it was kind of just not to show that underdogs can make it, but I think through a lot of hard work and a lot of, putting God at the center of everything, then he kind of just made it happen.
Right. There's this really good quote by, see if I can find it here really quick. It's an entrepreneur thing. I saw it on Instagram. It says,
I love that.
if you don't take risks, you'll always work for someone who does.
Oh my God, that's so crazy. Like, oh my goodness, that makes me so fired up, because I guess being your own boss is, I never saw myself as being my own boss because I would always follow people and work for someone else. Yeah. But it wasn't until I realized that, I had a specific type of work ethic and that I like getting things done a certain way.
Right.
That when I started doing things on my own, like no one showed me how to start a photography business. No one showed me how to start a YouTube channel. Nobody showed me how to start merch. It was kind of just me and God.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of.
That's pretty cool. What I really like about that quote is that I feel like it doesn't just apply to business. You know what I mean? I feel like that's with anything. In my personal opinion, I feel like there's always two types of people in this world. Mm-hmm. There's people that are leaders and there's people that are followers. There's nothing wrong with being a follower, in my opinion. It all depends on who you're following.
Yeah.
But me personally, I don't like being a follower for the same reason that you just said you don't like working for someone. I like things to be done a certain way, and it just doesn't work as a follower, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not too long ago, I was working in some job and had to ask to use the bathroom.
You had to ask to use the bathroom at your job?
What? Yeah.
So crazy.
And I'll never forget, I go to the bathroom and the manager, really mad, was like, where'd you go? I was like, use the bathroom, dude, what are you talking about? He's like, no. You gotta ask me, you have to let me know when you're gonna use the bathroom. And I was like,
bruh.
And I just didn't go back.
To your job?
Yeah, I just didn't go back.
Like you're like, I'm gonna head out.
I was like, yo, I'm gonna take Friday off, and he gave me an attitude, and I was like, all right, don't worry about it. I'll see you. And I never showed up. That's like a couple of months ago.
Whoa.
It wasn't like a serious job though. It was washing cars. So it was like,
okay.
That's why I got even more mad. I'm like, we're washing cars, dude. What do you mean I have to ask you to use the bathroom?
Yeah, that's so weird.
This is not a corporate job. We're not wearing suits and ties.
I know. Even then, you don't really have to ask them to use Like, exactly. I work in corporate and you just get up.
Go.
Like, you get the go. Like,
yeah, exactly. It's like, dude, screw this car. I'm going to go use the bathroom. And even not that, but also, like, in every aspect. Like, yeah, obviously, you're always going to have to follow someone,
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with being a follower as long as it depends on who you follow. But I do feel with there's certain things that I'm pretty sure you can relate because of what you just said. Like, I like things to be done a certain way.
Yeah. So
there's certain things you can ask for when you're a leader that you can't ask for when you're a follower.
That's true. I mean, like, kind of expand on that because what do you mean?
Yeah. So what I mean by that is like.
Sorry for the sirens, guys.
No, I don't think they can hear it.
Wow, look at this cool.
If they can hear it, I'm gonna look really dumb.
No, but this is like.
I can just silence it.
It's just sirens here.
I'm new with this, guys. Don't judge me. So yeah, what I mean by that is like, I look at it like this: when you're a leader, you really don't have to ask for permission to do anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you just do. Mm-hmm. You have a vision, you go and you just go with that vision.
But you know what I mean? Sorry, it reminded me of the verse Habakkuk 2:2. Write the vision and run with it. Mm-hmm. So that keep thinking ASMR because I know that you can probably hear it. But yeah, no.
You actually can't.
You can't?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what that's for, the interface. I don't think they can see it, but if you can, the little red thing, that filters out all the audio.
Wow, I'm learning things too.
Yeah.
Dope. You're legit. You're so
I'm trying.
legit, fam.
I'm trying to get like you, man. All these lights and stuff.
What do you mean, like me? I'm just here doing
boss things.
Yeah.
So yeah, what I mean is that like, when you're a manager, you don't have to ask the employees, oh, I want to go do this.
Mm.
But the employee has to ask the manager, yo, I have this idea. You know what I mean? Like that's how I feel. Like Jesus with his disciples, he didn't ask them for permission to do anything. He just did it, and his disciples followed.
Mm-hmm.
Apostle Paul didn't, when he had his disciples, he didn't ask them for permission to do anything. He just did it, and they followed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why I say that there's certain things that a leader can do that maybe a follower can do, but like we're always following someone.
Yeah.
So there's always a chain of command. So, for example, let's say I'm a mentor, I'm a leader, I can do certain things, or I can say certain things that the people under me can't do or can't say with me. But then when they have their disciples or they have their certain things, they're going to be able... I look at it like this. The leader can run the show however he wants to run it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
His vision.
Exactly. Like right now, in our house, I don't have to ask Apostle. Apostle doesn't have to ask me, okay, can we do a class on Wednesday? Like he's just going to go and do the class.
And then, kid you not, there will be cars lined up on that Wednesday because he said it, because he's apostle and he's leader.
You know what I mean? But then let somebody else say, okay, I'm going to do this on Wednesday. The people that aren't his followers are not going to go.
It's true.
You know, so that's what I mean when I say there's certain freedoms of being a leader that you can't get as a follower, certain freedoms you can get as a boss that you can't get as an employee.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
If you're stuck to a 9 to... And I feel like there's also two different kinds of 9 to 5s. I'll never forget, somebody that worked in church said this to me. They said, there's a difference between working for another man's vision and working for your purpose.
Wow.
And I feel like that's where the balance comes in. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I feel like. I feel like at the end, it also depends on what type of 9 to 5 are you working. Are you working a 9 to 5 at McDonald's? Mm-hmm. Are you working a 9 to 5 at Bass Pro? Are you working a 9 to 5 at a bank, at a movie theater? You're not working for your destiny. You're working for someone else's vision.
Yeah.
You're working to expand somebody else's pockets, to expand somebody else's million. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I said this to one of my friends who's working a 9 to 5 at a paint store. I'm not going to say, unless you guys want to sponsor me, then I'll say your names. Feel free to hit me up for any sponsorships at my email.
Ads. Link down below.
Yeah, exactly. If you're interested in sponsoring us, you wanna shout out any merch or anything that you guys have, feel free to DM me. Feel free to email me and we'll get back to you. But we don't do no free stuff.
With like a week's notice, you know, because we're legit.
Yeah, we're pretty legit.
You know, we have 2 mics here. It's pretty dope.
And shout out to Larry, guys.
Yes.
I'm not gonna leave his stuff down below, but just shout out to Larry.
Shout out to Larry. If you're hearing this, if you're watching this, you're literally
if
watching
you're in
this
the
right
room,
now. If you're in the room right now, sips tea. But no, I think the setup is pretty awesome.
So I was talking with this guy.
Okay, tell me.
And he has a 9 to 5, but it's one of those 9 to 5s where it's a pretty big company. You can move up in the corporate ladder. Mm-hmm. But I tell him this because he's a friend of mine who's really hell-bound on his 9 to 5. He's like, no, I'm good. I'm good at my job. And I look at it like this. When you're not working for your purpose and you're working for someone else's vision, you have a sick day or God forbid a family member die or God forbid you have an emergency, do you really think that company's going to care?
Probably not.
You think that company's...
PTO, but...
You know? You think McDonald's cares if you got sick one day? No, they're going to fire you and they're going to look for somebody else that can do your job. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I feel, and that's why I mainly feel that I don't like the stigma of Christians are supposed to be broke, because I feel like we're supposed to have answers.
Exactly.
You know, like, it goes back to it. I look at it like this. Probably a really bad analogy in comparison, but I never really was in a relationship in high school. Mm-hmm. And why do I say that? I know it may sound off topic, but I looked at it like this. Why would I go out with someone who has to ask for permission to use the bathroom?
Oh my gosh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I would think of it like that. Like if you don't have the freedom to do certain things, why would I waste my time? And I feel like that's how it is. Like a millionaire is not going to come and talk to me about his problems because I'm not a millionaire. I'm not going to understand his problems.
Yeah, you can't be just chained to just that. You have to be in like the level you are and surround yourself with the people that understand you. You know, stuff like that. But I guess what you kind of told me reminded me about this, and I guess because like right now I'm in like a different season of my life, so this is really reminding me of why like I love the business and why I love, you know, being your own boss and things like that. But it reminded me of this YouTuber. I know it's like dumb, but Jake Paul. I don't know if you ever heard of him.
Let's fight, man. Let's get in the ring.
Well, he was one of my favorite YouTubers, not just because like what he does is like I don't like his content per se, I do, but I like his business. Like the way that he has Team 10, like he has his merch, he has, you know, his company, he has like 5 other businesses under him, and he's doing things under wraps. So God kind of told me, because I was watching him and I'm like, why am I so infatuated with this guy? Like, why do I really like his content? I like seeing how he does his business, because God told me, he goes, like, the wealth isn't supposed to be for them. You know, you can do it too. You know, like, he's Jake Paul, but you're Abigail. You know, like, you're Hezzy. You know,
right.
You can do it yourself, and you have me. So imagine, like, in the world, they have that, their visions, their dreams, their hustle, stuff like that.
Right.
But even with us, you know, we're Christians. We should be the ones that aren't lazy, be the ones that want to have that work ethic.
We're gonna silence him. I'm so sorry.
I'm like sharing my heart, and then he's like,
no, but I was listening.
Yeah, but I'm sorry. Well, but I don't know. I just found that really interesting. You know, that we're Christians too, and that we can do the same thing as them. Like, why are we limiting ourselves to a 9 to 5? Why are we limiting ourselves to just doing one thing? Because someone told me once that even the apostle said that you need to have more than one source of income.
Yeah, Warren Buffett said that as well.
Mm-hmm. It's wise.
You can't have all your eggs in one basket.
Exactly. Unless you're serving at church, and that's the key.
And that's the key, sis.
So yeah.
By the way, guys, I don't plan these episodes. I don't come with I'm not the greatest host, but hey, God is opening doors. This is just off the top conversations. Hezzy and Friends and Hezzy.
But honestly, guys, comment down what you want us to talk about. You know, like, what is it that you want to know? Do you want to know about relationships? Do you want to know, you know, how Hezzy's going to find his bae 2020? Do you want to know about business? You know who you are, girly. Stop playing games. Okay, can I ask you why do you say girly? Like, what's the, like,
what's the tea?
Yeah, what's the tea behind that? Because I guess, like, I hear girly and I think I'm like, okay, like, I don't like when people call me love.
Oh.
But, like,
you know,
but girly I don't mind, but it's kind of, like, cringy, but, like, kind of, like,
it's honestly,
it's cringy, but it, like, I don't know.
Honestly, between you and me, alright.
Oh, you said it right. Sorry. Between you and me. People say, like, oh, between you and I. And
I mean, isn't there grammatical correctness to say you and I?
No, it's between you and me.
For real?
Yeah.
Between you and I.
Yeah. It took like it failed like my
But isn't there certain times where it's supposed to be you and I though, right? Or,
yeah.
Or instead of you and me, it's supposed to be you and I or something.
Yeah.
Like
you and I are going to go to a restaurant, but between you and me, we're gonna record a podcast.
Okay, alright.
Yeah, it's just a between.
I'm a genius.
You are rocket science.
So back in high school, right?
Okay, tell me. I'm ready. Got my tea. You know.
I was that guy. Crap.
You call people girly?
No. I was like, hey, sweetheart, my love.
Can I like do that on a podcast?
The amount of feminists that would get on my case for that.
Oh my god.
Like, I would open the door, but I never...
The chivalry's not dead.
Right, I agree.
Facts. Open the door for your ladies, guys.
Even if she's not your lady. Even if it's not a lady, just open the door.
We can talk about that.
Wait,
okay,
right.
after.
Don't open the door if I'm like a mile away though. Because then I have to start walking to the door.
Awkward. That happens to me a few times.
I hate it. From now on, I'm just going to be honest.
They open the door for you?
Yeah.
Or like you open the door for them?
No, like I'll open the door for someone. I mean, somebody will open the door for me.
And you're all
and then like I'm all the way in freaking Egypt. And I got a marathon run all the way to the guy, and it's like, dude.
You're like, nah, man.
But then I do the same thing. I think it's an unconscious thing.
Yeah.
Because then I'll open the door, and then I'll see a girl or a guy really far away, and in the back of my mind, I'm like, dang, if I close the door, they already acknowledge the fact that I'm opening the door. So if I just close the door, they're gonna be like, oh, this guy's rude.
Oh, I thought that was just me, because every time I do that, I feel like, oh, I have to go somewhere, but then I open the door already and this person's so far, and I'm like, do I stay or go?
Yeah,
rude?
exactly.
Like,
so yeah, I was the guy that would call girls sweetheart, my love, what else?
It's just
baby girl. Yeah. But
baby girl?
Yeah, but I never said it like,
hey baby girl, can I get your number?
But no, but to clarify, I never really said it like in a flirtatious, like, oh, I'm trying to get at you type of way. I just said it like, that's just how I talk.
Like, hey, baby girl.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, maybe not baby girl. No, I don't say it. But like,
can you
but like, I would say sweetheart and stuff like that.
Okay, sweetheart, that's not bad.
Yeah, or cupcake, or, you know.
Cupcake?
I was told a few times that I was fresco, a little fresh, a little too fresh.
Is it fresco like strawberry?
Fresh. No, fresco is fresh.
Fresca.
Strawberry is
Fresca.
fresa.
Fresa. Fresa. Oh, my friend, yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, anyways, so you're that guy in high school.
Yeah, and then I stopped saying it because I was like, honestly, with the amount of feminists that are out here, I don't want to get into an argument every 2 seconds.
Yeah, you don't got time for that.
Yeah, so my youth pastor, shout out to my youth pastor.
Pastor Inside.
Okay, wasn't really going to say his name, but I guess we're saying his name.
I'm so sorry.
Unless
You cut it out.
No,
We
it's
love
too
you,
late.
pastors. Okay, I'm so sorry.
I was going to keep it a surprise.
Oh, okay.
I mean, not really. I don't know. Crap, it's too late now. We have to talk about it.
Dang. Well.
I like to do... We're just going to act like nothing happened.
I guess I'm just a person. Anyways, you were that guy in high school.
Yeah, so who's that guy in high
You just
school?
got that
Yeah, I can. I mean, I can, but the
waves.
no, not even that. Like, right now we're running on what 20 minutes. So if we have like an hour conversation, like, I don't know. I'm gonna keep it there.
Freaking vibes.
This is what I like about podcasts. They're raw. They're real. They're in the moment.
I just slept like a bunch of the tweet.
Yeah, it's cool. I want to.
You're so weird now. Okay, continue.
No, because I like there to be a separation.
Ah, okay.
You know what I
You're
mean?
right.
Like keep certain things
Private.
Yeah.
Okay, that's my problem, because the thing is that I met some subscribers, right, on Friday at Youth, and they were telling me, because I'm taking a break right now on YouTube, so I feel like I'm in therapy. They basically asked me, they go, oh, we love that you share everything, but like for you personally, what would you keep private and what would you keep public? And then I kind of had to think about it for a moment, because that was such a interesting question, because I'm so used to sharing my life, and you know, when you're in social media, you just want to share everything. But then now I'm at a point where I kind of stopped doing social media, not like Instagram, but YouTube and stuff. So I kind of enjoy like the privacy.
Right.
If that makes sense. So how do you balance that? You know, like keeping the separation.
Okay, so before I answer that question, the girly question. So
oh my god, I know.
The reason why I say girly is one, I'm really bad with names.
Do you remember my name?
No, yeah, Abster. But I'm saying like with other people.
With other what?
Yeah, with other women, because I'm not out here calling men girly. But just to remember names. But I think I'm gonna stop using the word.
Yeah.
I feel like.
But why?
I don't know.
But like it's your
I want to be taken serious. And I feel like saying girly.
I know, because when you first started calling me girly,
it makes me feel childish sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, please don't call me cupcake.
I won't. Don't worry.
Punch you and be like, please don't.
Okay, so the second question. All right, so there's one thing I learned from my spiritual papa.
Yes.
Is that I'm not here to talk about my life. I'm here to just do the will of God. You know what I mean? And obviously, yeah, the podcast may not be, maybe this is what I do right now for fun and stuff, like you said, a hobby. But if there's one thing I've learned is I like to 80% private, 20% public. 80%
private.
You know what I mean? Like 80%, like I'm not gonna talk about my like. I don't know. You know me, and in general, when the cameras are off, and I'm outside, like I'm a pretty private person. I'm not out here. I'm not a very social person.
Yeah.
So I feel like you're a pretty social person. So
Are you an introvert or an extrovert?
Introvert.
Or like an extrovert introvert?
Introvert. I am to myself.
For real?
Yeah.
But you're always like surrounded with people and.
Yeah. I look at it like this.
Or do you like you're like private? Because I'm an extrovert introvert. I love people and I'm surrounded by people that make me seem like social. But I love my days off and like, sleep.
How do I explain this without sounding mean or bad? Or,
no, I just felt like when you're saying I'm like, what are you gonna ask right now?
No, what I'm saying is this: like, I'm the type of person that I don't like being with people. If that makes, I like being with people, but up to a certain with specific people that I'm close to, and even then, after a certain amount of time, I start getting uncomfortable.
Do you get tired?
Yeah. Especially when it's around people that I'm not very close to, because it's like, it's not that you put up a front, but I feel like there's a certain way I act with audience, there's a certain way I act with people under me, there's a certain way I act with my friends, and there's a certain way that I act with my family. I don't think of it as being two-faced or hypocritical. I think of it as being wise and knowing how you're gonna act in every environment. You know what I mean?
It's really good.
You know, so I like people, but I've gotten to the point where I know people are gonna surround me because they're not attracted to me, they're attracted to what I carry.
Yeah.
But honestly, if it was up to me, like in school, I have like some followers and stuff that they follow me around, and there's days where I just want to be left alone. But then it's like, I can't say no, because then I'm hindering them from receiving whatever it is that I can impart to them.
Yeah,
you know.
To give, yeah.
You know, because I'm a firm believer in, I don't have to be a spiritual leader. I don't have to be a leader of any type of sort in order for someone to receive something from me.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There's been people that I've just said a word and it's impacted their lives, in the same way that I've been around other people that said one word and it's impacted my life. They didn't need to pray for me. They didn't need to give me an offering. It was a simple word.
Yeah.
You know, so I look at it like that. I have to be with the people because then they're not receiving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And vice versa. You know, but me personally, I'm a couch potato. I like to be home.
Me too. Trust. Like, do you see, like, I just want to watch TV. Just chill. You know? Because people think, even, like, with YouTubers, people think that they're very extroverted people. I mean, I'm a very extroverted person, but you spend a lot of time by yourself. You spend a lot, like, you know this, you spend a lot of time filming, like, recording, editing, putting things together. A lot of times, like, behind the scenes in front of the computer screen that really nobody really sees. So it's kind of, a lot of them are actually introverts. Not just putting shade, but it's...
Okay, so we live in Florida, right? My dream is
and it's cold today.
For real, once a year, right? December, it was straight hot. I mean, December was hot.
Yeah, but Christmas it got a little cool, but now January...
for a day.
What was it, 30 degrees one day?
Yeah, 34 degrees.
I
saw people pull up with fur coats. I was like, relax.
I mean, maybe that was for that person. No, I'm just kidding. You're like,
my goal is to blow up, become a millionaire, and buy a house in Homestead that has a lot of property, and just live secluded. Go out when I have to go out.
Why do I see that though? Like, I literally, like, I just pictured it. I promise you, it was just like a house there, and you were just in your house by yourself, well, like probably with your wife, like just chilling, and then just saw it, man. So crazy.
Yeah, like that's my dream. Like,
you want to stay here in Miami?
Yeah, I mean, it all depends where God wants me to go. I feel like there can be.
Ooh, that's a whole nother episode.
I feel like there can be 2 AGMs. I have to bring the movement somewhere else.
Damn. Yo, can someone tweet that, because that was good.
Yeah, that's a little piece of me, guys. That's a little personal info of me.
We're only giving you nuggets.
Nuggets of my personal life.
Even though I kind of...
But yeah, that's my goal. Get married and live secluded, and you'll only see me out when I have to be out. You know what I mean? And only people that are close to me have access to like my house and stuff like that. Posting their whole life. Yeah, they knocked out.
These boys are sleeping.
I'm here with some of my boys who are out here just publicating their whole life, even celebrity pastors, and I can't do that.
Yeah.
I'm a man of the people, but at the same time, there's a certain line. You know, Moses in the Bible, in the Old Testament, Moses was with the people when he needed to be with the people, and when he didn't have to be with them, he was in the presence of God.
Yeah.
You know, he was alone, and he had a wife and he had kids. So tampoco era that he was single. He had a wife, he had kids, but he prioritized this moment. You know, I look at my spiritual papa, and he's really a role model, and he's laid the blueprint to what I want my life to kind of be like.
Yeah.
You know, he's not a very public person. He's not one of those celebrity pastors. If you know his personal life, it's because you know him and he trusts you. He's not out here. You look at his Instagram and it's very, like he always says, it's not about him.
Yeah, it's not. It's about
the movement. You know what I mean?
People.
What about you? What do you feel?
What do you mean?
Like, what's your opinion? What's your goal?
Like
live separated, secluded, like in life. Like, do you relate? Do you want to be? Like,
I mean, like I feel that now that I've gotten older, it's been like I like being alone, but I don't see myself like being secluded. I guess the dream that before I can say about that was I'm like, I don't want to be a YouTuber. I want to live in LA. I want to move out. And my mom is not here for a month and I'm literally by myself and it's like, what the heck is going on? Like midlife crisis. No, I'm just kidding. But I guess right now I do love Miami. So I do feel that my purpose and my calling is here, and I don't feel to move right now, but if God has me to move, then I'm down. But I don't know, like, I guess when I do find, like, a husband or future, whatever, I guess it all kind of depends. You know, I'm not, even though I'm a very structured person, like, I haven't seen that far. Because I know that you're,
there are certain factors.
See far, and, like, I see 5 years, I see, you know, traveling, I see this, but
right.
I don't see, like,
husband, kids.
The next 10 years, can we talk about that?
Talk about what?
The next 10 years, because
I think,
it's 20, because it's 2020.
I'll be 30.
I'll be 35. I had to do slow math because I'm 25. Forgot how old.
My nephew will be 10 years old.
That's so crazy.
Shout out to
my mom's
Georgie.
gonna be 72.
Yikes. My grandpa's.
So my mom's hot, like beautiful.
No, I'm playing.
I was like, wait,
it's a
talking about
joke.
my
It's
grandma. I'm just kidding. But
my dad will be 51.
Oh wow. You know,
he's
that's so crazy.
He's 41 right now.
My sister's gonna be 30, 37, 38.
I want to be married with kids in 10 years.
I want to be married with kids in 10 years.
This single life ain't for me.
I'm actually enjoying it. You know, I feel like this is a year that, like for me personally, that God is really showing me how to enjoy being single, like going out with girls, you know, doing things like having late nights, just enjoying that, because I feel like when you have that relationship,
you have to die to a lot of that, from what I hear.
Like you share bank accounts, you have to take care of him, like the women, you know, like whatever. I don't know. I don't want to get into like the whole cooking thing, but
I'm a firm believer in sharing a bank account.
No, yeah. No, for sure. I believe in that too.
A lot of people don't nowadays. Can you believe that?
Really?
I feel like I have a very old school mentality.
Really? Like, but what about like, okay, so if this like you have like mad money, right? Like you're gonna be a multimillionaire, you're gonna like have your house in Homestead. You meet your wife and she has her already like built businesses and whatever. Do you merge it together, or is hers separate and you're separate, or is it together? Or like you join your bank account when you guys get married?
When we get married, everything is joined. I'm the type of person I'm either all in or I'm not in at all.
Oh no, yeah.
You know
that's
what I mean?
You know when waiting, because you got that one decision. It's like a shopping cart. If you get a bad shopping cart, you're stuck.
You're stuck like Chuck.
Stuck.
Literally.
Yeah, literally.
Spiritually, mentally, and physically. So
facts.
I feel bad for the ladies.
Why?
I feel like with a guy, you don't really know what you're gonna get into until you get married. With a girl's perspective, a guy, it's different. Like, it doesn't matter.
But what do you mean?
A woman is a woman at the end of the day.
Well, guy's a guy at the end of the day. What do you mean? Can you explain?
It's not appropriate.
Okay. Okay.
I don't want to get demonetized.
Okay, we're not getting demonetized.
But yeah, that's what I feel like it's different for women. But then again, I feel like love makes you do crazy things.
It really does.
So some people might not care whether their husband is well endowed or not. You know what I mean? And I don't know, because I've heard many people say that they had a type and then they fell in love, and then they fell in love with the complete opposite of everything that they wanted.
The type went out the window. But was it Christian relationships or was it like
Christian? Both.
Yeah, I think that's interesting because I know people ask you your type, and then you're like, oh, I like this one with this and that and everything, but then God's will happens and it's like,
yeah. And then your agenda goes right out the window. But yeah, I see myself getting married this upcoming decade and moving and having, maybe not kids, but definitely married.
Really? Well, you'll be 30.
Oh yeah, you're right. So maybe 2 kids or something.
Wait, you're 20 now?
Yeah, I'm 20.
Oh my god.
So I'll literally be 30 in 2030.
That's
like
crazy.
That's how my birthday is.
Did you ever love that? Because when you're like 2000, you know,
yeah,
like 2001, you're 1.
Yeah, yeah.
Like 2030, you're 30.
I think like that.
I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
But yeah, when it comes down to relationships, I don't know how God is gonna. Don't get me wrong. I'm the type of, I'm like a family oriented person. Like I wanna get married and not knocking my parents, because my parents have a wonderful marriage, but obviously there's always areas you can improve on. You know, so I wanna have a better marriage than my parents have.
Yeah, same.
I wanna raise my kids better than my parents raised me. Not saying that I'm a bad kid. I don't think I'm a bad kid.
Yeah.
I think I'm better than average. But there's always areas you can
yourself
improve.
a B?
Better than average, yeah. I think I'm a B plus, solid B plus,
like,
solid B minus.
I was like, homie, you better be like, hey, you gotta see yourself like up there, but not like up there.
No, but I mean, like, compared to the average 20-year-old, I think I'm doing a lot better.
Oh yeah, for sure. There's a lot of people.
Yeah, you know, so. And then even like I'm a very family, like everything I've done or I do, it's always with that in mind. Like, okay, one day I'm gonna have kids, one day I'm gonna get married. I have to provide, you know, I have to have a work ethic. I have to grind, have to do the will of God.
Yeah.
But the one thing I enjoy about singlehood is what my dad always says, and what a lot of people that are married say, is that there's a lot of things you can't do when you're married because you're one. Your priorities change.
That's
you know.
Crazy.
Like, I'm a firm believer, and once you get, if I get married, I no longer live for myself.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Oh wow.
You know, I have to die to myself so that my wife can live, so that my kids can live. I live for God. Don't get me wrong, but obviously there's a certain point where it's like, okay, you know, I have to put priorities.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure.
Right now, my priority is God, my relationship with God, and then church, because I'm not married.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But once you get married, it's okay. It's God, then your family, then the church.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what I'm enjoying right now, being able to do what I want when I want, not really having to.
It's a lot of freedom. Like I can sleep in the middle of my bed.
I don't know how. Okay. I thought I was the only person that thought this, but I'm a really weird sleeper. Like, I'll hog the whole bed, and I'm a big guy. 2020, I'm trying to lose weight, so. But still,
set your goals.
Currently, I'm a pretty big guy, so how is it gonna work? Like,
I mean,
I like to move around. That's the
big
thing.
Spoon, little spoon.
I like to move around. I like to move around a lot when I
do you like
I
sleep in like weird?
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I'll never sleep in the same position.
Okay. Well,
I like to mix it up. Sometimes I like to sleep upside down.
Do you sleep on the other corner of the dump your head out like?
Yeah, sometimes.
No, I think this isn't like a revolution. I just think it's just happened to me. I was sleeping in like the right corner of the bed because I was always used to sharing something like with my older sister. And
I'm trying to train myself to get married.
So you want to sleep in the corner of the bed now?
Yeah, so I'm trying to train myself to sleep on one side.
So
of the bed.
you're like
I'm grooming
speaking
myself.
to your like
yeah, I'm grooming
you're like
myself.
oh grooming. Okay, cool. Well, so I used to sleep on the other side of my bed, and I'm like, yeah, you know, I got my corner, it's fine. And then I forgot who, I think it was my best friend, she told me, she goes, Abby, you know, you can sleep in the middle of your bed, right? Because my sister, like, you know, moved and stuff, and I had her bed, so I was like, okay, I don't know how that works, I'm so used to being in my corner, you know, just seclude myself, and then I slept in the middle, homie, like, my life
changed,
like, with my pillow, and oh my
I was the same way.
And
I
now
was
it's
bed
just
for a long time, and now I'm uncontrollable. Like, no one can tell me nothing.
I don't know how to react to that.
Uncontrollable in the sense where I sleep where I want now.
No, yeah, you can sleep upside down, you can sleep face first.
You know, but I can't sleep upside down if I'm married when my wife's gonna smell my feet.
I mean, isn't it like for better or worse?
Yeah, but
you know?
still.
Just wash
So
your
yeah,
feet.
that's I wash my feet. I'm just saying. No one wants to sleep next to feet. That's all I'm saying.
No, yeah, I don't. No,
But yeah, no, and another thing too is I'm a very affectionate person.
Okay, wait. What's your love language? Because I've been...
What do you mean?
Stop. Okay, I've been doing this with everybody, talking to everybody about this, about your love language, which is like physical touch, words of affirmation, quality time, acts of service, receiving gifts. So there's like 5 different of them, and there's this quiz that you take to figure out what your love language is and what your friends are, so you can see like if I'm the person that likes the words of affirmation, which I do, and you tell me I'm proud of you, or like you do an app.
I'm proud of you, Abby.
Thank you. You know, but or if you're quality time and you just want to spend time with me, and I'm like, no, I want you to like tell me you're proud of me. You can see the differences, and it helps build relationships. So, like, go at the top of your head. What would you think you would be?
I don't know what the options are.
Quality time.
Quality time, affectionate.
Words of affirmation, physical touch, receiving gifts, and acts of service.
What's acts of service?
Kind of like, for example, you're not gonna tell. You will tell someone you love them, but if someone needs help, you'll be like, yeah, I'm there, 6 a.m, because I love you.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm weird. I'm really weird. So my wife has a big task at hand.
I was like, big what?
My wife's gonna know what's up. No, but
I hope everybody loves this podcast because, okay, if this is your first time listening to this podcast, please do it because this podcast is so real, it's so raw, it's really dope, and I feel like it's not like any other.
This is as real as I've gotten.
No, yeah, for real. So. I mean, I'm an interviewer, so I tend to.
You can tell she's interviewing me, guys, and I.
And it's his podcast. No, because you interview me because I find it so weird talking about myself.
Same.
Yeah, but you know.
I don't know.
But we're here, so we're here sharing our lives on the internet, so it's cool.
Well, what are you? Me? Yeah.
Well.
And then I'll tell you what I am.
So I took the quiz last. If you look me, there's always a story. You ask me a question, I go around to the answer, but there's always a story. So you can kind of figure out what it is. But first I got quality time. But this year I got words of affirmation. Because, I don't know, I guess for me, I'm a talker, so...
You don't say.
I'm on a podcast here. I love when people, I don't know, it's like you listen. Because I feel like if I don't see you for 5 days, I'll be like, Hezzy, there's so much that's going on in my life, like blah, 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 if I like trust you, you know?
Right.
But I don't know, I've always attracted people that are quality time. Because I would ask them to run errands with me and they'd be like, yeah, for sure. But if you ask me like, hey Abby, you want to run some errands with me and just do nothing all day, I'll be like, I got stuff.
Yeah.
But I am out. Peace. So yeah. On physical touch. I'm a hugger. Yeah. I love people.
I don't know. I'm weird, and this is what I say weird. Okay, so
we're taking this test after. So
there's this really close friend that I have.
Sips tea. I'm just kidding.
And she's the best. I'm not gonna say her name, but she's the best. Mm-hmm. She knows who she is. Mm-hmm. And she's like a best friend to me. She's like.
I love best friends.
Yeah, she's my best friend. I can say
Shout out to my best friend, Gabby. I love you if you're listening.
Antoine, I love you, but I think she's...
Antoine, hope you're enjoying, life.
She's a little ahead of you, buddy. And I'll never forget, one of the first things she said when we became friends was, I have a lot of work. And I was like, I got offended at first. I was like, what do you mean you got a lot of work? I'm not a little project. And then I started...
work with you?
Yeah. And I was like, I'm not a friggin' project. Slap you. But then I started to realize how important it is to have friends, because it's true, There are certain areas in our lives that won't get molded if we're just alone all the time, which is my biggest issue, because I love to be alone.
Same.
But you can't grow if you're alone.
So
you can't develop people skills if you're alone, which is my big issue. Which still kind of is my biggest issue now, because I'm a very firm person. Like, I'll tell someone to do it, and I'm not the type of person that's like, oh, hey, please, can you? No, like, I'm assertive with it. Like,
insert me here. Hey, please do that. Thanks.
So, she's taught me a lot, how to open up and how to... I was a person that I didn't like talking about my feelings. It made me really uncomfortable.
Really?
Yeah, because I'd be like, nah, whatever, I'll just bottle it inside and screw it,
And then blow up after?
Yeah, no, not even. I never really blew up on anybody.
Good.
But
Don't do it.
I just...
It's not pretty.
I just didn't express myself, and she was like, no, your point of view is valid. You know what I mean? And
it's an affirmation.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't like asking people for things.
Okay.
Like, I don't want to... I always tell this to her, and I say this to everyone. Like, don't tell me, if I want to be there, come. Like, if you want, like, I don't like invitations that are like right now I could be like, yo, Abby, if you want, come out with us. Like, I rather, no, nigga, do you... Oh, crap, I gotta blur that out. I'm getting too personal right now.
I'm sorry, I have that on facts. I'm sorry.
I'm probably not gonna blur it out. I'm not gonna blur it. Jesus Christ. Gosh.
Lord. Jesus. You should put Hezzy Talks Show.
Yeah. So yeah, let's just act like that didn't happen. I don't. Yeah. The amount of things that I'm gonna have to blurt out.
No, but you're gonna enjoy listening back to this. It's gonna be a good episode.
So I don't like asking for things, and I'm the type of person that I won't ask. You'll do something that'll get me upset, and I won't tell you what it is. I'll just separate myself. I won't talk about it. I'll just be like, all right.
So you'll just separate?
Yeah, I'll just separate myself. Like off rip.
Like you can just cut someone off like
that?
Yeah. For real?
Yeah.
Like, like cold turkey?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know.
That's also your piece of work.
I'm a piece of work.
But that's...
No, but so what does that mean by that? What do I mean by that? Like, if someone wants to hug me, I'm not going to tell them not to, but I'm also not going to tell them to hug me. You know what I mean? I'm not going to...
How do you do that?
Like, if it just happens.
Like, you just
like,
tell them
I'm the type
me?
of person where I'm not gonna tell someone hug me. I can want someone to hug me, or I can want to give this person. I can want this person to hug me or do all these things to me, but I'm never gonna openly say it. You know what I mean? Because I feel like if I have to tell you to do something, then you don't really want to do it.
That's the type of person you are, though. Like, as we were getting closer, like these few months, like I realized that you're like that. Like, you're not gonna force someone to do things.
Yeah.
Because I remember you were telling me, you're like, oh, Abby, like, you have a lot. And I'm like, no, I want to do it because I believe, whatever. But, yeah.
Or, like, I don't know. That's why I think I'm a piece of work. Because of that fact.
But we're all a piece of work. I have so much stuff to...
Yeah, I know, but I mean, like, I like the idea of being affectionate, but I don't know if I can be affectionate.
So, what's your love language?
I don't think I have one.
What do you
I'm going to do a little quiz and it's going to say error.
It's on my quiz. It's scary chat. Oh, wait, no, just kidding.
No free advertising, Abby.
Okay. I am,
But yeah, I don't know. I'd say,
keep
I don't know.
Private.
Let's keep some things private.
Okay. No, yeah, I do. I'm learning that 2020.
But yeah, so I don't know. Like, I can't, I don't know. I'm weird.
Well, we'll take the quiz and figure it out.
Yeah.
He'll let you know next episode.
I don't like to express myself.
But you have a certain way of doing it. You know? Okay, if I'm like right now,
Uh-huh.
I honestly think it would be between quality time and acts of service. And then like words of affirmation.
I'm a really touchy person.
Just a touch.
I'm all of those. I'm a teddy bear, bro.
I'm all the above.
I'm a teddy bear that comes off like a grizzly bear.
Do you know how many merch ideas just came into my head? That, like, I have like 10 of them. But yeah.
So I'm a teddy bear.
Yeah.
With certain people.
Yeah, and it depends, you know, the person. I guess for me, like, physical touch is very important because not like the sexual way, but it's just because.
That's for when you're married.
Wow. The vibes. He got me saying that too, but it's because when I hug someone, I just feel like protected. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like you feel like comfort. You know, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm not a clingy person at all. Like, people that want to spend time with me, I'm like, okay, like, go.
I think
I can't.
I think I'm a clingy person.
You're a clingy person?
I think so.
Are you a person that, like, you have to... Do you get jealous with your people?
I don't get jealous.
Or, like, your close friends?
No. With girls.
That's a different story. That's a whole
Like,
other episode.
No, but, like, clingy in the... Like, not clingy. Like, I'm...
Oh, you're clingy with the girl?
I'm quick to cut somebody off. I'm clingy, but I won't make it seem like I'm clingy. Like, I won't, like...
So you're clingy up here?
Yeah, which is the worst kind.
Okay, that's the worst.
Cause...
I have, like, the whole memories in my head of being like, oh, this and that.
I'll be like, why didn't this girl text me? But I won't blow... Like, I'll text her or...
Yeah, I'll be like, oh,
and I won't get a reply.
I'm a terrible texter.
And I'll be like, who does this girl think she is leaving me on the red? But I won't say nothing, and then I'll just be like, no, nothing happened.
Is there like red receipts on?
Yeah, no.
Okay, good.
I told him to take it off.
Good.
Because I'm not for that.
Don't message you on WhatsApp. Just.
No, but not with everyone, because I'm also a pretty bad type. Like, I feel bad because I feel like a hypocrite, because everything I hate to be done to me, I kind of do it. Like, I have like 200 unread messages.
I honestly feel that. I feel like there's two types of people. There are people, like, we've all done this. You'll get a text right away and you'll message right away, or you'll message back to 3 to 5 business days.
I'm bad, bro. I'll text someone, not as bad as one of my boys. He'll like cold turkey ignore, and it's gotten to the point like you can tell. Like,
is it someone I know?
Yeah, he's in the room.
Looks at us. He literally looks at us. You're like, exposed.
But I'm kind of the same, so I can't get that mad at him.
He's literally looking.
I'll be in the mood to text, right? I'll be like, oh, hey, what's up?
This is where our conversation got to.
Hey, what's up? And then I'll look at the text, and then I'll just be like, I don't really feel like texting this person anymore.
I feel that.
Close. Put the phone down.
Open Netflix.
Yeah. So yeah, I have 218 unread messages.
On iMessage?
191 on iMessage.
Shut.
26 missed phone calls and like quite a few WhatsApp messages.
Homie.
I'm bad.
So okay, so what? So I know what to. You text on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I text both. It just depends on who the person is.
Okay, good question. Are you phone like face?
I say this all the time. I love phone calls. I'm very old fashioned. I'm a phone call type of guy.
Guys, he's gonna grab his phone and then call you, and we need more guys.
Honestly, I'd be telling this girl.
I don't want no Snapchat DMs. I don't want.
I tell this girl all
Instagram
the time.
DMs.
She takes it lightly and she thinks I'm joking. I'm like, do you know how many people wish I texted them back right now? So don't be a bad texter, man.
Popular.
And yeah, but I prefer phone calls.
Yeah, FaceTime or phone. Voice to voice.
It all depends.
Ear to ear.
Yeah, it all depends. If it's a girl that I'm kind of trying to and I'm interested in, I'll do phone calls for a couple and then.
FaceTime.
I feel like FaceTiming a girl or a guy that you're into, in my opinion, I feel like there's an unwritten rule. Like there's an unwritten step. Like I don't know.
God, fill me in.
Like I'm just
it's
not
like
gonna.
I'm a single Pringles. I need to
like
know all these things.
I can have a crush on a girl, but I won't instantly want to FaceTime. I feel like it's.
So do you wait 3 to 5 business days?
Yeah. Like first we'll have a phone call.
I love being friends with guys, man. You guys.
Me, but that's just me. I'm weird. So For me, it
I'll
all
ask you guys this later because this is so interesting.
for me it all starts with a phone call, right? And then after the phone call,
Isn't it a good morning, beautiful text?
No, I'm not with that. I don't do that. I feel like that's what sets me apart.
Words of affirmation.
I'm too busy for
Taking
all of
notes.
that. I'm too
Honestly,
busy for all of
same.
that.
I would look, if someone would message me, I would look at it and be like, oh, and then be like, happy really
I was in a somewhat relationship once, and this girl would always send me paragraphs in the morning. And at
Paragraphs
first,
of what?
like
How can you
words
say
of
that?
affirmations.
Okay, yeah, I
Like,
love words
hey,
of
good morning. I declare you have a blessed day.
Come
Walk
on.
in victory.
Tell me.
And the first day, yeah, it's cute, little heart emoji. But when you've been texting me the same, like not even the same thing, because she'd mix it up, but if it's every single day, Monday through Sunday, 365 days a year, it gets annoying.
No.
I can't do that.
I can't do clingy people. At all.
Yeah.
Like clingy like relationships. Because I had it wasn't a relationship once. We went out for like a day. And he called me Buttercup. I think that's why I'm like traumatized.
Yeah.
People call me like...
We went out for like a day. That's a new one. I've never heard that one before.
Yeah, you know. The more you know. The more you know. But yeah, he was like super clingy, and I had my best friend like break up with him because I just couldn't. I felt like suffocated. Like you were texting me all the time, like let's match this, let's do this. We need nicknames for each other. What's your ship name? Blah blah blah. And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah,
what
no,
to do.
that's too
This is
much.
too much. It's overwhelming.
I'm a very private person.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking to this one person, and it's been like a year.
Mm.
I've never posted them on my social. I think I posted them once.
I'm proud of you.
And I'm very private.
Like, how do you have that, like, I mean, it's not a secret life, but,
Yeah.
like, it's, like, how do you not post? Because, I don't know, I feel like if I get a boyfriend, I'm going to be like, I want to show the world that I have someone in their life.
I don't, my thing is, I don't want to look stupid. You know? Like I don't want to post a girl and then we end up breaking up and then everyone's like, yo, what happened to that girl?
Yeah,
so what I
that's
always,
true. I don't want people talking because people always.
Yeah, they're always gonna talk. But
Right.
if you're married, it's too late. You hate God? You want to get a divorce? You hate God or something? You know. So once you're married, the bag is secure. So that's what I always say. Like, if anyone ever sees me post a girl on my Instagram, just know that I'm getting married in a couple of months.
Yo, when is the bag secure?
When the ring is in the finger.
So you'll post them when the ring is
Yeah.
on the finger.
No, I'll post them when I've secured the bag when I've already asked her to marry me.
So not girlfriend,
engaged.
boyfriend.
No, engaged. About to
Like,
get married.
so you wouldn't document like the.
Yeah, I would, but after. I would post it all after. You know what I mean?
It's so crazy because we're two different people. I
Yeah.
want to post the process, like
No.
I already have a caption.
I can post the process after. You know what I mean? Like once we're already engaged,
Yeah.
then let's do it. Let's share the whole world. But I'm not gonna post anything before
That's so interesting.
because I don't want to look dumb. It's a kind of an insecurity thing. I think. I don't know.
Hezzy Talks with Friends.
I just don't want to look dumb. You know?
Yeah, I get you.
Like.
I guess I put myself in a few situations. Well, I've never really posted the guy, but.
Or like showing everybody like, nah.
Exactly, yeah. But I've had a few situations where I show too much and then I get checked for it and like personal things. I'm just like,
But my music though, if you don't guys already know, I upload
check out the
music. It's
SoundCloud.
gonna be the link down below.
You know, got me my notebook.
One of my friends,
dope.
one of the artists that I interviewed, he said, my music will tell you more about my life than I ever will. And I never related more to something.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Because the same way that you're super open in videos, I'm super open in my music, just a lot of people don't listen to it.
Yeah.
Because I don't really, like, advertise it as much.
I'm honestly gonna put you on, like, my Spotify, like, SoundCloud, like, this, because I wanna...
Yeah, like, I get pretty personal in there.
Really?
Yeah.
No, because I know, like, I've listened, like, a while back, big fan.
Yeah.
But, like, Got Me in My Notebook was my freaking jam. Like,
Yeah, so I get really intimate in my music, and I share, because the way my recording process is, I'll be alone in my room, I'll put a beat on my computer, and I'll put my headphones on.
Oh, I have to interview you about that.
And I'll just start talking what I feel, whatever it may be. But yeah, so I wouldn't post it until we're engaged.
Yeah, I get you.
Because I don't want to look dumb.
I feel like I would post when I know that it's...
Or like I low-key post. Like when I'm out with a group of friends or something. Yeah,
when like...
You know, like I look at it like this. Like if you're close, then you know.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
You know, it's not... You know.
You know.
But then yeah, so that's how I feel. So
I think that's pretty dope. I mean, we'll probably end on this, but I don't know how long you want to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel I would post if, like, I already know it's the will of God, and I know that, like, if I date someone, it's not to just, you know, have, like, you know, dating whatever.
Right.
I'll date, if I'm dating you, I'm gonna marry you. You know?
Yeah, but...
And then...
Okay, I'll let you continue.
Yeah. Sorry. So if I post that I have a relationship, I know that, like, we already had the conversation, like, we're gonna get married. Like, we already know that in the next few months or the year, we'll know, because I just want that journey, you know? And I feel like I posted so much about on my YouTube channel about, being single, embracing your singleness, this and this. I just stopped doing that because I'm, like, truly enjoying my singleness, that I, like, when I do get a relationship, I want to show that, like, I do have that relationship, but not post it until, like, I've really, like, gotten to know the person and things like that. So that's kind of where I'm iffy about. Because before I want to, like, as soon as we get together, like, we're posting.
Yeah, like, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I'm not taking any pictures with the person or taking any videos. Because, I take pictures, I take videos.
Yeah.
I have pictures, I have videos, but...
Don't look at his code. His code is... I'm just kidding.
But to go out and...
Like, share it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? One of the things you said is, if I know it's the will of God. And one of the things that's crazy about the will of God, one of the craziest things about God is that he can't control the fact whether you're going to do it or not.
My friend was literally talking to me about this before we left work. It's crazy.
You know, so I can know that this girl, Jessica, random name, no real person. I can, fake name. I don't think I have any.
No receipts.
So let's say God spoke to me and he said that Jessica's my wife. All right, that's your wife. Okay. I know it's God's will for me to get married with her, but I can't control her desire to do the will of God.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? So with that being said, guys, we're going to wrap it up today. The Hezzy Talk Show with me, your host, Hezzy, where I talk in my new segment called Hezzy and Friends.
Hi, I'm a friend.
with my special guest, Abby. Abby, why don't you go ahead and plug all your social medias, anything you're doing, any merch, anything. Once again, the link is going to be down below, guys.
Oh, that's so
go ahead
sweet.
and plug your
plug myself. That's so funny because speaking of plugging yourself, no, I'm not going to do that. But I have, I'm actually going to record Hezzy for my podcast that I do interviews on, and it's going to be toughskin_podcast, where we do that. And then I have my merchandise, which I'm, wearing right now, set apart, consecrated. It's called Purity Movement, so you can check that out below. And when I get back on YouTube, you guys will know at my YouTube channel, youtube.com/abster7. And last but not least, my videography and photography business at life_films_. So that's me. Honestly, thank you so much for having me.
It was a pleasure.
I feel like I learned so much, and we got real.
This is more open than I've ever wanted to be. This is probably going to be the first.
Sorry. And last time we were
open. Yeah. This is literally for you guys. I know we already plugged. We're supposed to wrap it up, guys, but I just want you to know. This episode right here better be the most streamed episode I will ever have, because I'm being honest. Because I'm not going to delete anything. I'm not going to delete anything. I'm not going to crop anything out. Even when I said nigga. Yeah. It's okay. I'm biracial.
Okay.
Might as well just honestly.
But people love real. They love real and raw.
They do.
And they love non-edits.
But everything is political nowadays.
It doesn't matter.
So like I said,
we'll talk this out.
This is the first and last time I will be as open as I was.
I think it's
I don't know what it is. Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. It's maybe just because I'm really comfortable with Abby. So imagine that.
Because we're
if
friends.
me, as a closed person, I say this in every Monday preaching teachings that I do that drop every Monday at 3 p.m.
Yes.
Had to plug myself.
Always plug. YouTube.com.
I'm not here to talk about myself. I'm here to talk about the will of God. And then when I have a guest, I'm not here to talk about me. We're here to talk about the guest.
We talked about you.
But I don't know what it is about Abby that she really gets. And watch when we record hers. I'm gonna be super like asking her the questions and.
Oh no, yeah, we did a podcast before and they interviewed me and I got so much out of it. So this is like your therapy. So
yeah. So
you know the vibes.
once again, all of her things are gonna be linked down below, so you guys can go and check it out. I hope you guys have a wonderful Friday, guys, and I'll see you on Monday. God bless.
Bye.